Hi, my name's Mandy, and I have just worked my way through the Thrive programme. I have spent most of my life suffering with depression, anxiety, stress, and generally being pretty miserable. I never really understood why, because I had so much around about me, a great family and friends, lots of positives in my life, but somehow I couldn't seem to connect with it, and I just would really fall into the depths of despair at times. And I spent years going back and forward to my GP, being sent to different therapists or people to talk to in general. So I saw a community psychiatric nurse. Well, actually I saw several of them. I saw psychiatrists, several of those as well. I also saw a cognitive behavioural therapist, and so on. So all of that was just a complete waste of time for me. All it tended to do was make me feel worse about myself, and made me just think I was, hopeless, that, life, this is just what life was like, and I just needed to kind of get on with it. So my expectations were pretty low, and my self-esteem was low, along with all the other issues you would imagine came with depression. Didn't like myself very much, didn't understand why anybody else would like me, because I just didn't think I was a very nice person. I would dwell on anything negative that I had said and worry about if I'd hurt people's feelings or whatever, because everything I saw was negative. And I just really struggled to see the good in life. Even when I tried to, it just didn't seem to connect. So I discovered Thrive in January. I went through the Thrive programme with Ben as my Thrive consultant. He kept me on track, kept me accountable, gave me lots of little challenges to work through along the way. By week 3, I had changed completely already. I was hyper, as high as a kite really. You needed to kind of peel me off the ceiling. I spent a week like that, but it was actually quite exhausting being that so excited about life and things. So I've calmed down a bit since then. I now know that I'm going to have the rest of my life to be happy and satisfied, and to enjoy all the different things that are before me. I'm not worried about what might happen, or the ifs and buts and maybes. I'm not worried by coulda, shoulda, woulda, and all that sort of rubbish, because I now know how to manage myself, my emotions, my expectations, and just generally how to handle life, which you would think would come naturally, but for me it certainly didn't. So now I'm in a position where I feel empowered, I feel resilient, I feel excited about life again. I had come to the conclusion that excitement was something you only felt when you were a child, because I hadn't felt it since I was a child. And I thought, that's just for kids who don't really know any better, who still believe in Santa and just fairy tales and magic. And once you grow up and actually know what the real world is like, there's nothing to be excited about. Fortunately, I now know that that's a load of rubbish, and that it was just a symptom of the crap that I was allowing myself to go through. So Thrive has changed my life for the better. I know, absolutely know, that I will never suffer from depression again, because I know how to manage it. I know what my issues are, where the danger zones are, and I know how to manage it. So the rest of my life is just going to be freaking awesome, and I can't wait to just live every day I'm thankful for all the little things around me. I can see all the beautiful things around me. I live in a beautiful farm cottage. I just moved here 2 weeks ago, and even moving wasn't stressful. It just all went the way it was supposed to go, and if anything, any hiccups or any little problems occurred, I dealt with them and got on with it. There was no stress, there was no anxiety, and I actually enjoyed moving house. How bizarre is that? So here I am now, thriving and loving it, and so I'm now training to be a Thrive consultant too, because I just want the whole world to feel this amazing.